This episode brought to you by Greyblock Pizza, 1811 Pico Boulevard on the way to the beach in Los Angeles. Greyblock, get down here now. What's up, guys? I'm coming up this weekend. I'll be in Bakersfield. Then I'll be in Wyoming, Illinois. I'll be in Oxnard, California, Raleigh, North Carolina, Chicago, Illinois, Nashville, Toronto, Appleton, Wisconsin, Buffalo, Salt Lake City, and Washington, D.C. That's all coming up the Dark Arts Tour this fall. Tickets at theovon.com/tour, T-O-U-R. Today's episode is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. Some people have a wallet, and you know who they are, and some of them are you. And these people carry a wallet in the back of their pants. Like some kind of dang creep, I think. Anything you put that close to your butt is weird to me. But some people, they like that. And I don't like that anymore. I like a new front wallet. And it's called a Ridge Wallet. And you put it in your front pocket. And you can throw all the extra junk out of your old wallet. You know, your old wallet is made out of leather. It's probably part of an animal. What kind of leather is it? Do you even know? Camel? Oxen? And this new wallet is a Ridge wallet, and it's front pocket carry. Keeps all your cards, your license, got the money clip built into it, and you can get a beautiful discount on that on this item. And it's a fancy item. And the item is at ridgewallet.com/Theo, T-H-E-O. So get that Ridge wallet. Today's guest is a man that I really admire in comedy. He's got his Follow the Leader tour that's going on right now, and the Congratulations podcast, if you want to go and check that out. But right now you can listen to us here. It's Mr. Chris D'Elia. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my story.
Start with just me and you, or do you start and then I go?
No, we're in.
Oh, good.
The straw is cracked?
Yeah, you guys, first of all, you guys have my rider, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Those of you that don't know what a rider is, maybe?
Yeah.
My comics know and musicians, but it's like what is in the green room when you arrive to a show. Mm-hmm. And you guys literally have the coffee, the iced Americano, you got club soda water, and then you got my toothbrush and toothpaste, which I also get.
Yeah, what is that for?
Do you got a rider? What's in yours?
I don't. Here's my thing. I don't mind if there's a plate of turkey, deli meat in the room. That's the only thing. That's where mine is.
That's a good one. I have this, and then I have vegetables.
Yeah, that's crazy.
and then I have what else do I have? Tabasco sauce.
Yeah. For what?
The salmon that I also get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And do you are you pretty adamant about those things? Like right when they get there, or those people know now?
No, I mean they're pretty good about it usually, but some places you show up and they're just like, "All right, cool, let's start the show," and then you never get your shit, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that has nothing to do with like, you know, I think that some places just aren't good at, you know, having your shit. It's funny. It sounds like a diva thing, but like, you know, sometimes you count on it to eat. Like you show up and you're like, "Oh, I haven't eaten. I can't wait to eat that salmon." And you show up
and it's nothing.
And they're like, "What?"
Yeah, and it's just somebody. You know? Yeah, it's just a dude standing there.
Yeah.
Like remember, just like reciting like old vines you did. Like, you're like, damn, this is not.
You're like this. Yeah.
You're like, does one of these end in my salmon? Yeah. Do you you seem to embrace like celebrity pretty good, dude? Do you feel like you wear it well? I feel like.
Really?
Do you feel like that?
Thanks. I'm just happy you think you would categorize me as a celebrity.
I think so. Like I think there's some comics that I think. I mean, I think you still you definitely love being a comedian, you know?
Yeah.
But you also, I can't tell if you like trolling celebrity or if you love you love it. What is that like? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I like. Well, it's the whole thing, dude. Like, it comes down to like people ask me also like why you laugh on stage. Like, it's just because the whole thing is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The whole thing's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I get to do this for a job. It's always funny to me that people come to see us do this shit. Yeah. And the fact that you can become a celebrity off it is even funnier to me.
Baffling.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's just like it's all funny to me.
Yeah.
Like this shirt I got, I like it, you know, it fades in and it's got these two rips.
Yeah.
That's at least a little bit funny to me. And I'm like, all right, I'll get it because it's got the two rips. Right. You know what I mean?
Do you pay extra for the, like somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just maybe from Urban Outfitters, so it's not a crazy thing. But like, I don't know. Like it's always funny to me. Life is always funny to me, and then all the stuff added onto that, like celebrity and everything like that, it's just hilarious to me.
Yeah. Has there been a celebrity you met that you were like, wow, this dude is like has too much celebrity going on?
I mean, Kevin Hart's like that. You know what I mean? Like just, but not in a bad way. I think he embraces it. And The Rock, I never met The Rock, but like The Rock, Kevin Hart, those guys are doing it right. You know what I mean? But then there's guys like fucking, he's kind of. I don't know. He really kind of had his moment, but like Ludacris, like when I met Ludacris, it's like relax, bro.
You know
what I mean? He just had on sunglasses and all the shit, and it was like we were indoors. It was just like, bro, you have to act like you're the. I mean, look, Ludacris was fucking huge, but you got to act like. That's why I love being a comedian, because if you're a comedian, you can do it however you want to. You can. It's always a joke. Right. If you're a rapper, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a Tom Hanks, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
But if you're a comedian, you can do it however you want to.
Wow.
Like you have that haircut. I don't know if you think that that's dope or funny or both, but that makes it dope to me.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes it sexy.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm just indecisive. I feel like
being a comedian is the best life, dude. It's you know when they say I hate this shit, live your best life, but like it's like, dude, I feel like I figured it out for me, and like I'm so happy, dude.
Right.
I'm so fucking happy. And people always talk about comedians being like tormented and shit. It's like
that's not you.
No. No.
But
dude.
is it hit? Is there like a hidden you there that and it's not? But it's just, or it's just not you.
I have anxiety and shit and like and stuff like that, and like I always thought like people are like, well, like people say to a lot of times people say to like guys who look like they get like who look like they're like I think people have this, or at least had, not anymore, but like with Joe Rogan and everything, like changed that whole thing, but like. A comedian was this outcast that was nerdy and now found humor, and this is how he was going to defeat life. But now I feel like it's changed because I think that feeling like you're an outsider, being an outsider, doesn't come from like what you radiate. It comes from who you are inside your head.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I am that way.
Right.
I am that way. And I think guys like who are like Rogan's that way, you know what I mean? You're that way, but it's also, it's
like we don't have to radiate it. We don't have to live that.
Yeah, exactly.
We can still have it and not live it.
Yeah, like Santino's like that. You know what I mean? But they're guys.
Yeah,
they're not like these. You know what I mean?
Like sheepish writers.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you feel like there's a swing back for entertaining comedians?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like I feel like I feel like there's been this thing for a while where you could just be a writer and be standing on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And people come, and I'm like, why would people go to a theater to watch somebody just stand like that? Something they could be reading. Whereas like some guys, you go and it's a performance. Like you see the whole package. You were like that. Sebastian Maniscalco's like that. I just wonder if there's more of a swing back towards like I want to see something that I know is the real McCoy.
Yeah.
Like an entertainer.
Yes, totally. Yeah. I mean, I think that now you kind of with the internet, especially, you kind of have to have at least a little bit of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a lot of love for a lot of guys who just stand there and do the thing. But sometimes if you stand there and you're just doing your shit, that is your act and you're embodying that quote unquote character.
Right.
But if you just have no stage presence, I think you kind of fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
I think nowadays, just with the internet,
right,
on YouTube and shit, people are watching very visual. I mean, look at rap now. Look, you got to have orange and purple and pink hair.
Tekashi 6ix9ine
and face tattoos.
Tekashi, bro.
Yeah, nobody's even about the fucking music anymore. Yeah, do you know?
If Tekashi hit you up, bro, really, right?
Yeah,
he hit you up. Like you get an email in the middle of the night, right?
First of all, it's awesome to think that he emails.
Right on. Okay. How about this, dude? You get an owl that drops a letter through your fucking letterbox. Right?
That's more like him. And the owl is yellow and purple and orange. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the owl has his long hair, and it's in his eyes, bro. He's flying all crazy,
and maybe
right?
has 68 above his owl eye.
And you get a letter, and it's for him, it's from him to come down to like Dominican Republic or wherever he keeps claiming he lives. Right. Do you go?
No way. No. For what? You would.
I'd go.
Yeah. That's I don't want to go. Well, that comes down to me not wanting to go anywhere.
Right.
But there's a part of me that would be like, oh, it'd be a funny story. But like, what do those guys do? Like, I don't do drugs.
Right.
I'm not going to hold a gun.
Right.
That's all I ever see that guy doing on Instagram. So like, I don't want to do that shit, you know?
Does part of you want to do that?
Yeah,
though,
part
bro?
of me wants to do it because I know it will be a hilarious story.
Yeah.
And it would probably be 15 minutes on stage. So maybe I would do that.
Yeah.
But like I went to E3 yesterday, you know that shit? Downtown at the convention
video
center,
game stuff.
The video game thing. And I was like, look, they invited me. I was like, I don't want to go, but I like watching video games kind of, just see the whole spectacle. So I'll go and maybe it'll be interesting. And I went and I didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Just because it was like, I don't really care all that much.
You don't care.
And I was walking around and I was like, I want to be drinking my club soda and fucking coffee, you know?
Do you think so many people pretend like they care about shit?
Yes.
Because that's one thing where you don't get hung up on. And I'm envious sometimes. I'm like, fuck, the amount of free time that DeLeo must have.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and not that he's not so busy, but just said like the free time you must have because you don't placate.
Yeah. That's a CUDA, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could have doed it.
No, you get it.
He fucking knows.
CUDA.
Yeah. He has it on his back.
It's about a fucking it's about, barracudas when they see the fucking shiny shit, they go towards it. You know, if you're fishing, you catch a barracuda, you got a bracelet on, that's your fucking ass. You know, because barracudas are like, what? A thing? And they grab it.
Right.
Dude, you can't be like that as a person. You can't be like, what, Coachella? Everybody's going? Let's go. That's a CUDA, bro. I'm not about that.
Right.
No. I mean, maybe I miss out on a lot of shit, you know?
Yeah.
Camping, CUDA. We built all these walls.
Yeah.
We figured it out. Why the fuck you want to get away from it?
Right. Why do you want to go back out?
You know what I'm saying?
So have there been things that were CUDAs in your life and you're like, now you came back to them, you're like, oh, fuck.
I mean, look, like, I always say on my podcast, we're all a little bit CUDA. You know what I mean? Because you have to have that sort of like thing where you're like, oh shit, like I want to, like I have an addictive personality for sure. Like that's like 100%. And I don't do drugs and I never have. And I realize that was like a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Because I don't ever do anything. I have all these stupid rules, but like,
and you look like a dude that would have drugs too, so it definitely
like now.
fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my car, like kilos.
Yeah.
And I don't, but I don't have. I have all these stupid rules. Like one of my things, like I don't do anything until I regret that I haven't done it. Like I lost my virginity after I felt like, oh shit, I should have had sex with that girl.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I was 19. I waited a while, you know?
Yeah.
But I never had that moment where I was like, oh, everybody did fucking smoke weed. I wasn't involved. I should have been.
Right.
I never had that moment, so I never did it.
So you kind of it's interesting. Then you don't get tempted in the do you not get tempted in the beginning, or do you have this just something built into you where you wait to have some foresight? Does that make any sense?
No, yeah, I'm not really like that. If everybody's doing a thing,
It makes you question it.
yeah,
You question first.
I'm just like, what is it?
What's going on here?
It just puts me off it. It's not even that I'm questioning it. I'm just like,
Right.
Like here, the number one thing about that is frats. Like I
Yeah.
would never join a frat. Join something? Oh, are you out of your mind? Join something?
Yeah, that's great.
My grandfather used to tell my dad, "You never volunteer for anything."
Wow.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Crazy.
That's hilarious. And as a kid, I was like, "What?" But now I get it, dude.
Yeah.
It's like that Lil Wayne song. I'm me, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here, frat.
Yeah.
Come on.
Have you met Lil Wayne?
No. No. I would though. I would love to.
Dude, I got invited. So I got invited to this. It was some Saints after party during like a NBA All-Star Weekend. This is like 15 years ago.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something,
okay,
right?
in New Orleans.
12 years ago. Yeah, in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So I go in, and it ends up being in this little bitty conference room at like this at this Westin or something, right? And it's amazing. Like there's so many, like the Kardashians are there before they're like as huge as they are. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
And then Manny Fresh and Lil Wayne.
Manny Fresh.
Bro,
Wow.
yeah, dressed up like an astronaut, bro, in a total huge hat. And the suit was too big. They should not have put this big of an astronaut suit on him. Comes in and he's literally rapping and like, and they did one song and then they jetted, man. But that was as close as I ever got to him.
Oh my God. I've never even seen Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
A lot of people in New Orleans look like they're Lil Wayne though.
Oh yeah, well that's a thing there.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of dudes got that long hair, and then it kind of took off. But I remember hearing stories when we were young, like listening to BG, like when Cash Money would come out, it just blew up. Like,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so crazy.
I know.
And you would hear stories about him like having a car, just like he'd borrowed a car from somebody, like a Hummer, and he's 14 years old, and every day he'd go to school, and they'd fucking take it from him because he couldn't legally be driving.
Did I? Yeah, because I shot my first special at the Civic.
Oh yeah,
in New Orleans, and
I went there and I hated that place, man.
you know what? When I shot my special there, it was like the best show ever. It was my first special. Of course, I have all this nostalgia for it and everything, and it was amazing. And then every time I go back, I'm like, how did it? Like it was just like these crowds and like the I don't. It's not the venue. The venue's nice, but like. It just wasn't. I was like, "What is going on? This is not good." One time I had the flu performing there, but yeah, it was just. I've been back a few times, and it's just never been even a 10% of what it was when I shot my shit.
It's awkward.
Yeah,
I find it awkward.
Yeah, me
New
too.
Orleans is an awkward city to perform in.
I know it's so music heavy.
Yeah, people want to drink. They want to be outdoors. You're going to laugh just as much as somebody on the corner you're talking to.
I know. It's the truth. Yeah, I get it.
So you have. So one thing I want to talk to you about, man. You just hit 1 million followers on Instagram.
Oh yeah. That's pretty cool.
Were there nights where you were like, there'd be a night where you're laying in bed and you're like, okay, I'm not going to bed until this goes up another 1,000.
No.
Come on.
No, but I would be like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll wake up. Let's see where it is when I wake up. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't. Yeah, I try not to. I try not to give a shit about it. I mean, I love social media because it's an extension of you performing.
Right.
Like, I love doing that. I love like now I can put my podcast bits on there, and it helps the podcast feed the podcast, and I'm in control of that. So,
was there? So I mean, because hitting 1 million, it's crazy, bro. There's countries out there, and I'm sure Nick could pull up a list for us that do not have 1 million people in them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Like there are kings out there.
Yeah.
Of probably small mixed countries that do not have 1 million followers.
Yeah, but that's why I think that that's why I'm really trying to streamline the shit. Like I don't want people to follow me because they're like, okay, yeah, he's pretty funny. I want motherfuckers that are down. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting a cult, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say this is not a podcast, it's a cult. My podcast, congratulations, that shit's a cult.
Right.
And when you click subscribe, that's it.
You're in.
You're a baby, man.
Right.
And you got to fight these kudas. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I
like this. Now I'm getting the world more.
You get it, right? So
yeah.
So that's why I created an app. I have an app. Instagram, that shit's gonna fall by the wayside. But
you think so?
Well, I think that I mean, look, if you have a blue check mark, they know that, and they want you to pay for reach. And you can promote your shit. Like sometimes I even see my stuff. Like if I'm performing in wherever, I'll see a theater promoting it, and it'll be coming from me. It'll be like Crystal Lee, and I'm like, what? I didn't post this.
Right.
It's because they put money into advertising it. But they know if you have a blue check mark, it's like a backhanded thing where you're like, oh shit, this is a good thing. I'm official, but then also you reach less people.
Yeah.
Like look at the difference between Barack Obama and like Katy Perry. Like I think Katy Perry probably has way more followers, but like she doesn't reach as much because Barack Obama can't be controlled because it's like a political blue check. But
right.
Katy Perry, they want her to pay for that. I don't know if those people are good representatives of what I'm talking about.
Right, but you're saying some people that they know that they're advertising something are going to be or bringing people into a show. They're going to charge them to actually not reach their audience. Wow.
So fuck that. I got this app, and then I'm trying. So I know that now I'm in control of it. This is why I like the podcast. You know what I mean? These people are coming in, they're subscribing to me, they're not subscribing to some app.
But now in the beginning with podcasts, because I remember even like Amy Schumer, she used to be like, fuck podcasts,
Yeah.
Like
I did too.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you came around to it.
Yeah, because I saw people that were making money off of it. And then, I'd look at guys like, Rogan, of course, is the man at that. And then, but like Segura and Bill Burr and like, I was like, oh, these they have like it's like a weekly thing. It's like a weekly thing that people kind of feel like they're a part of. Yeah. And they are. You know what I mean?
Did you feel competitive about it?
What do you mean by that?
Like so when you see other dudes doing it, like, do you have that?
Podcasts? That's not why I started it. I honestly started it like with like the rapper mentality where I was like, let's get this money. It's on the table. Like, what am I doing?
Right.
And then I didn't realize that how lucrative it could be. And then I was like, let me just try to do it without guests to see how long I could last. And then I was like, no, it's just like some stupid monologue that I'm doing in my fucking house. It's just fun. But I don't know. Yeah. I just am I competitive? I mean, I don't know. Like, we started at the same time.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So I always like look at your shit and I'm like, oh, it's cool to see.
Yeah.
But I like you're like my friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not competitive with you. It's like it's like a fun kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like seeing your buddy, like, just that he's out there too.
Yeah. Like, I like that you're doing yours because it's like, it's cool too. Because I see a lot of times people are like, oh, Chris D'Elia and Theo Vaughn, two podcasts I love, like that shit makes me feel good. I like you, and you know what I mean? It's like, cool. Like, because I think you're funny, so if they think you're funny and I'm funny, then maybe that means I'm funny. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, like, I remember whenever I first, like, I feel like a lot of guys are probably intimidated by you, like, in the comedy space, and I probably was. I think, when I think back, but then, like, you've done like some real nice things for me, even just like helped me get in over at the Laugh Factory.
Oh yeah.
And like, just like you'll tag your buddies on social, and like you'll do stuff that's like super nice. Do you feel like people have a misconception about you ever? And this could have just been me and my own inferiorities.
Yeah, well,
too.
I don't know. I think that people think people judge people, and that's fine, until you get to know somebody. But if you're like I think a lot of people, like I like fashion. I'll wear a cool jacket. I get what people think about that when they see a long-haired dude with a fucking beard and a jacket.
Yeah, Max Amini.
Yeah, you. But no, you're like, that guy's a fucking asshole.
Right.
He thinks he's funny. Get out of here.
He's also an asshole from like the 70s.
Yeah. But
But you got to do you.
I don't. Yeah, but also like I said, I get it's funny, dude. I get the jacket because it's funny, bro.
Right.
I'm not fucking Brad Pitt. I'm this goofy, gawky motherfucker that's in his head. And like I also like love my friends, and like I want them to do well. Dude, I don't want to be.
Yes, you do.
I don't want to be honest. I don't want to be the best stand-up comedian on a lineup. I want some people to think. I want to be some people in that audience's favorite.
Yeah.
But like when I'm on a lineup with you, Rogan, Joey Diaz, fucking Ali Wong, and Nikki Glazer, these people that I think are really fucking funny. Like I like that people like them more than me.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
Because it's like we're the cast of characters in this moment in history that are at the Comedy Store or wherever the fuck. That's
cool.
awesome to me.
Yeah.
I've talked to other comics that don't like that. They're like, no, I want to be the best. I'm the headliner and shit like that. It's like, who has time to feel that way?
Right.
It just eats you up inside. I want everybody to do as best as they can for themselves, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I believe that. I totally believe that about you, man. I think you definitely have this unique way of, you want all your friends there with you.
Yeah, 100%. And I want them so badly to do well.
Yeah.
I want them so badly to do well because I want to do tours with them. In my head, in my back of my mind, I want to create a show where I host and I bring everybody else out on tour, and I want them to do well because I want networks to be like, oh shit, yeah, of course we want that guy on tour. He's great. I want you to do well because I want to do well too.
Right.
I want to do, you know what I mean? It's like,
and it really does help in the end when people like, when you get inclusive, and there's this weird idea, I think, whenever you, especially in the entertainment industry, of when you're uninclusive, or when people were so kind of greedy, this whole industry is, that it's like we have to do it everything for ourselves. But when you get inclusive, that's when things really start to just shine, I feel like.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like the more you
because
include
we're all
people,
feeding off each other. Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that 100%.
There are guys that are the other way, and I don't want to name any names, but comedians also, it's a very singular thing. It's just you up there. You don't have a band.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you don't bring an opener, which a lot of guys don't, it's just you. So I get how it's very selfish, and how you can be competitive with it. Oh, how many tickets did he sell? Oh, what's his podcast doing? Or did he got on a show?
Because you probably feel isolated so much that that's how you see it.
But without naming names, I mean, guys fall to the wayside like that, man.
Yeah.
If you keep people if you keep people down, it's not good for you, dude.
Right.
As a comedian, it's not good for you. At least that's what I've seen.
No, I believe that, man. And I think actually some of that stuff I think I actually learned from you, and even learned from like Simon Rex, like, is a buddy of mine. And he like always includes his buddies.
Yeah, love that guy.
And he's just so inclusive. Like, it just, And it just makes him, because then people are like, oh, I want to know more about what's in his world. Like, I respect more what he respects. And you love good humor, man. You love it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro, almost how much you love. Like, you really love it.
Yeah, I laugh so much, dude. I mean, like, one of my favorite things to do is to get, sometimes you come eat. But like after the show is to like go to a diner, dude, when we're all making fun of each other and
what
shit.
What about that one guy that like
who
eats with both of his? He still uses both utensils at the same time.
Oh, is that Joe?
I don't know, bro.
Joe's a weirdo. Yeah, just like some guy from Chicago.
He keeps having a beard and then not having a beard.
Yeah. That's Joe. Yeah, he's a weird fuck.
Right
dude.
over. That's like he works for his food and he has to be there.
Yeah. And it always somehow looks like he has two jackets on, even though he only has one jacket. I always joke with him. I say, like, it always looks like you're wearing a backpack, even though you're not. That guy fucking always is wearing a backpack. I don't give a shit if he's naked. He's got a backpack on.
Dude. It looks like he was married and had a family at like 9 years old, bro. Like, he fucking looks like he's been through too much.
Oh, man.
Dude, how many waiters at Macaroni Grill did you look like over the years whenever you went in there? Honestly.
I will tell you this straight up. I've never been to Macaroni Grill.
Oh, bro.
I know you don't believe me, but bro, I've never been to Macaroni Grill. I know, I get it. I wouldn't believe me. If a guy like me said, I've never been to Macaroni Grill, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I would never trust that guy. But I've never been. I never had that moment where I was like, I should have went to Macaroni Grill.
What is the number one place where people, has anybody ever brought somebody up to you and like, that dude definitely looks more like me than me?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, there's a few guys. They're all, yeah. I like when they're more handsome, but like sometimes I look like ugly motherfuckers, and I'm like, maybe I'm ugly because I get like I look like a bird a little bit, you know.
Right.
And that's fine. You got to own your shit, man. It's like but like some people I'm like that guy looks like me, and that sucks.
Yeah.
I got to change it up somehow. Next life maybe or something.
Yeah. In that reincarnation, do you feel so? Let me go back to this 1 million followers. So. I mean, that's crazy. Can you bring those countries up again, Nick? Sorry.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, he did it. Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, these are some countries.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting with one: Cyprus, Djibouti, Fiji, Montenegro, Macau, Solomon Islands. I mean, these are they're not huge countries, but Cyprus I've heard of.
Yeah.
Belize, you have more.
Bahamas.
The Bahamas. Mm-hmm. So you have more people, that you can act like. You have more followers than whoever runs the Bahamas, dude.
Samoans.
Guam.
Yeah. Guam's huge.
Guam's a big, PR, but
it's popular.
But it's not
162,000? Kind of crazy we're even making that big of a deal about it.
Yeah. I mean, I got like 7 times that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's baffling. Do you feel a little more relaxed now that you got to 1 million, honestly?
Yeah. In social media, yeah. There's nothing to chase now. Right. Just in that way. Like, I was like, I don't have to get, because once you get like 950, you're like, oh, I'm going to get 1 million soon. And also, even if you forget about it, people are always hitting you up like, you almost got 1 million, man. So you're like, all right, fuck, I got to think about it. But yeah, now, I mean.
Did it start to snowball? Were there things like, so was there a moment like where you had, like what was one of your biggest early jumps kind of?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Probably when I don't know, like I'd get like 10, 20,000 sometimes in a day, but like when Bieber did the ice bucket challenge, challenged me on that, I got like 30 or 40.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I also like I said, like I don't want people following me just cause.
Right.
I want them to follow me because they're like, you know what I mean? So I don't care if I had 500,000 followers. I'd rather that if they were like down if they were
for the
like
cause.
Guam, like Guam, people like Guam, they'll go. They're with Guam.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, if I have 162,000 people, that's how many Guam has.
Yeah.
If I had that for me, I'm set, bro.
Right. If they're down.
Yeah.
Well, you want the kind of people that they'll die for you if you have to.
It's never going to come down to that, but yes.
Do you think there's somebody out there that would?
What?
One of your fans that would die for you?
Oh, I don't know. Well, there's crazy people out there.
So
yes.
That's crazy, bro.
But you do too.
Yeah. I got some people that might fucking pull their hair out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had anybody that's fucking killing themselves. So, like, you might have a fan out there that would fucking kill themselves. And
but that's not a comment on how powerful I am. That's a comment on how sad people are.
It is.
I think you have people that would probably at least like shock themselves for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
A heavy electric shock.
Yeah, heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that's going to shut them down.
Or a failed attempt.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, maybe jump off a building.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, you know that's going to happen, and you knew it.
How high? What if the building? What if it's only?
All right, so you're at probably maybe 2 stories.
Yeah. I'm at somebody jumping off their balcony, maybe. You're at like about 6 stories,
maybe.
Somebody might fucking end it all.
You got to get to that level where you're just like, though, you know.
But I don't know if there is because
skyscraper.
But I don't know. But if you get to a crazier level, a wilder level of celebrity, do you like at a level now? People might feel they can have enough connection to you where they can. Yeah. They would then do that they would someone would kill themselves.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't like it's a double-edged sword. Like I like the fact that people feel connected to me. But like you probably get this too. Like people walk up to you and they're like, "Hey Theo."
Yeah.
Or like, "Hey Theo, what's up?" And you're like, "Oh, do I know that person or is it a fan?"
Right. And it's
like,
confusing.
Yeah, like come up correct.
Right.
Be like don't be like, "Hey Theo." If I don't know you, if you don't know the person, they're like, "Hey Theo," like what?
Yeah,
you got to be like, "Oh man, hey, I listen to your stuff. Good job."
Right.
But like I was at the diner last night. I walked into the bathroom. As I was walking in the bathroom, some dude goes, "Hey, that's Topher. You're Topher." That's the character I played on Workaholics. Right. Don't come at me like that, dude. Just be like, just be a person and be like, "Oh, I saw you on Workaholics. Great job." Like don't say I'm the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But also I have a weird thing, and it might be a shortcoming about how like once somebody recognizes I've done something, I don't want to like I did that the drunk girls bit that I did went viral, and once that went viral, I'm like I will never do that on stage again.
Wow.
I don't want to be like once somebody knows me from something, I don't want to ever do it again. Like I fucking like I was one of the first people on Vine with 1 million followers. I hated that app because everyone then it got real not funny,
right?
And people were like, "What's up when your girl walks by?" And you know what I mean? It's like what? And then there's a McLaren in the Vine for some reason, and you're like, "Where'd they get this fucking McLaren from?"
Yeah, or somebody's eating marshmallows or something. Yeah,
yeah, and then some guy's just like, "Oh, you broke my arm," or some shit. And then you're like, what is this? And then once that started happening, I've stopped doing it. And that app got corny as fuck. Fast, dude. And then, but I was one of the first people with 1 million followers on it. So people a lot of people know me, were introduced to me from that. And I was already doing theaters as a comedian before Vine, but people didn't. Some people, like those kids,
they don't know.
15-year-olds didn't know.
Well, they probably can't even get into one of your shows.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people know me from Vine, and that's fine. But to be like, "Oh, you're from Vine," it irks me a little bit. Or anything.
Because it's old.
Yeah, well, now, at this point, it's fine to be like, "Oh, I started watching you on Vine." Okay, sure. Right. Yeah, I get it. Sure.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting because I wonder if that irks us because. Does that irk you just because it's old? Like, it's a fad that went away, or does it irk you because it's like, because it's not something that it's not where your best entertainment is.
Yeah, it's like it's so. Look, dude, I get what it is. It's easy. It's easy. Well, not that it's easy, but it's quick. I don't think about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like some of these people on Instagram. You see these Instagram videos and they're cut together and this and that. Like, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
All my work goes into my stand-up.
Yeah.
all my work goes into my stand-up. Do you know what I mean? Like, or if I'm on a show or something, like I don't give a fuck about that. Instagram is going to be boom, boom, boom. That's it. I think of a funny thing, bam, and people are like, oh, if people are like, what the fuck? This is stupid. No shit. It's social media. I tweet shit and people are like, oh, dude, that's so stupid. No shit. This shit is free.
Yeah.
This is social media. This is what it's for, dude. What do you want me to put well-written shit on Twitter? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That shit, come to a show, asshole.
Yeah. Dude, what about when people are like, oh, I can't believe you were in town, just missed you.
Oh, dude, that is the bane.
Bro.
Dude, it's so hard to not go nuts about that.
I go nuts about that.
It's so...
I can't believe I missed you. Can't believe I didn't know you were here.
Yeah. How about this? When they tag it with this, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah.
No, you're not, dude. I was in your city. 2,000 people knew it. 2,000 people sat in those seats. Those fans, there are 2,000 bigger fans of me in your city.
Yeah. You shouldn't even go outdoors, bro.
Bro, you're embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even, you don't even get it. And the fucked up thing is for me to say that it's embarrassing, I sound elitist, but fuck that. It's still, you're embarrassing,
it's
bro.
Embarrassing.
And here's
Because what else are you a fan of? Do you love your mother? Do you love your fucking family?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Not as much as you think you do.
Probably not,
If
dude.
that's how you think
As a
about
matter of fact, if I had a son and he was whoever's biggest fan and he missed their show and he said, but I'm their biggest fan, I reevaluate my whole relationship with that son, dude. For real, man.
Oh, definitely, dude.
That's not cool, bro. That's not cool.
You think there's a lot of dads that ever hug their sons and be like, man, my son ain't shit.
You know what? I hope so.
Yeah.
But I also hope that secretly they were like, but I fucked up too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he's not shit, but I'm all,
Yeah.
I'm realizing that I'm not shit either if he's not shit.
Did you know what I'm realizing? If we had a podcast together, it would take over.
You think?
I do think so.
Really?
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll think about that. But yeah, that would be fucking insane, bro. Are you kidding
I think we're just so different though,
That's why it's good.
Yeah.
Just two white guys kicking it.
Oh, yeah, dude. The Endangered Species podcast, bro? Because we're going out of fucking business, man.
Yeah.
Do you feel alarmed being an alpha male in this time period right now? You seem to manage it really well. Like, I feel like a lot of guys kind of move kind of pensively here and there.
You can't. And not as a comedian, you can't, dude. Who said this? Bill Burr said, he was like, well, somebody told me Bill Burr said this, but I'm sure he did, but it was very interesting. He was like, I'm 50. I shouldn't be the edgy one.
Yeah.
He's like,
wow.
College kids think Bill Burr's edgy. And Bill was saying this. He's like, I shouldn't be the edgy one. There should be 16-year-olds that are the edgy ones.
Yeah.
And he's fucking right, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like the first time that hasn't happened.
I know. At what point, we're fucking 38. At what point were we edgier than the fucking 17-year-olds?
Yeah.
Because these kids at college, they're so scared of what to say. Fuck, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Dude, I will. You can't. I mean,
imagine that. Imagine having this feeling in your chest. Okay, imagine all the things you ever wanted to say as a comedian, as a person, and them just stuck inside of you.
Oh yeah,
and not actually coming out into the world, bro. That's where a lot of these kids are probably living.
Yeah, definitely. And they're not. Well, look, that's why to me being a comedian is so fun and important. Is like, look, I get to say what I feel, but also I'm joking, and you have to say what you're feeling as a comedian. Otherwise,
yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing? I mean, look, I have bits that don't mean anything where I'm just fucking around being silly. I like doing that too.
Of course.
Sure. But, if you come and you watch my show for an hour, there are things that I feel and say that are also funny, that I think are funny, that are how I feel. And I'm not sorry about the jokes.
Do you feel, are there moments though where you like, just because now it is tougher to be an alpha male, bro, it's tougher.
I think if you're starting out now, as a white alpha male.
So you feel like you're a little bit grandfathered in kind of.
I mean, just squeaked in, I feel like, because I think if you're, I think it's tougher, dude. I think it's tougher in a certain way. I get, if it's, I still feel like if you're a white guy and you're born today, you kind of won the lotto.
Right.
But,
yeah, I agree.
But in the entertainment industry, I think it's tougher to break in to really, if you don't have some sort of, I mean, not that,
right. No,
not to take anything away from people who aren't.
No, but it's not the most popular thing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But do you think now is a great time for somebody also to go against the grain so hard because this like?
Yeah. Well, like that's like people who are doing it really well, like Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Like who's a white guy who's 50. Like people who like that are like down for that.
Right.
They're like, these are fans. These are people that jump from the skyscraper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Burr could have some skyscraper jumpers.
Yeah.
Do you notice that, because I noticed that that some comedians kind of become celebrities, and to me, Burr has really remained
a comedian. Yeah, I admire that for sure.
100%. It's crazy. Like he pulls up and I'm like, oh, this is... Yeah. He's a comedian first.
I think it's hard to do that I think it's hard to do that because, but also I think that if the reason why he's that big is because of stand-up, whereas Kevin Hart, he's a huge comedian, but I think the reason why he's that big is because of movies.
Right.
You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
But once, like if Bill Burr, I think, was headlining in movies, then that would change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that that's a desire thing from him? I mean, obviously we don't know because we're not him, but
I don't know.
It's like, but there is something from a comedian's level where you almost respect, I don't know if you respect Bill more, but you see him as the true article still.
Yeah, that's true. And it a little bit has to do with, you know, the way you look or we look at it, you know, but I mean like Rogan's the real deal, you know, and Kevin Hart's the real deal,
right? But there's so much more.
There's so much
glamour.
more. Yeah, there's so much
PR.
more than just the comedian,
right?
So it's tough to kind of keep them in that box as comedian.
Do you shy away from things where, and sorry to just be grilling with all these questions, man, but it's
fun.
You know, I have some curiosities. Do you were there things that you shied away from, like offers for things that you've gotten, you're like, no fucking way, even though it was a great offer? Like, do you? Yeah. And do you feel like you can make those decisions for yourself just out of you don't have any?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've said no to a lot of things, you know, that were good offers, money or like exposure maybe, I guess. And yeah, I just like I've turned down, you know, to be leads in shows on network, and it's just because I just didn't, you know, it's like I had either done a version of that, you know, which is why they're offering it to me anyway, because I've always seen them do it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I've done it. I did it. Like
you want to do something new.
Well, it's like I did it, and I know what it is. And like doing a sitcom. Like I was on a sitcom with a live audience for 5 years in a row. Whitney and then Undateable,
right? Yeah.
Whitney and then Undateable. And it's like after Whitney, I was like, dude, I don't want to do another sitcom unless it was perfect. Undateable came along. That was literally the perfect sitcom for me to do. You know, and then we're gonna go live. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing another sitcom after that. That was it. I did it.
You did it.
Yeah. So. You know, so I remember they offered me something. I can't remember what the show was.
Something with pirates or something?
No, see, I would have just said yes in a heartbeat to that. Arr, you know what I mean? Just to do that?
Bro, I don't see how some movie maker doesn't look out and see like a ship coming into a new land and you're on it, bro.
Dude.
You're at the front, maybe.
Who are you telling, bro?
That's true.
I know. I know. I'm on the front of that shit.
Dude,
I know, dude.
Shit, bro.
Ah, fuck.
And you have both your legs still, and people are fucking just
How did he do it? How did he get 38 with both of those legs? Yeah. I'm still here because I'm still here, motherfuckers. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I got this movie coming out. I think the end of this year.
And that's what you shot in Vancouver?
Toronto. And I have never said what I play.
With Jaden Smith, right?
Yeah. But and I don't know if I don't want to give too much away about it, but yeah, it's definitely different for me, man. Like,
what do you play?
I don't, well, you see it, but it's called Life in a Year. Yeah. And it's just different. And they were like, hey, they want you to do this. And I was like, really? And I was like, oh, it's a comedy. And they were like, no. And I was like, oh, then I'm there.
Wow.
It's a drama. You know, she's dying of cancer. Cara Delevingne is dying of cancer, and I'm taking care of her. I'm like her
surrogate
parental figure.
Oh,
you know
really?
I mean? Yeah. I mean, I'm not her actual, but yeah.
Right. You're her caretaker.
Yeah. So.
And was that, and that's with Jaden Smith as well, right?
Yeah.
Did you meet Will Smith?
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah. So it was wild. I mean, he saw me in my outfit and everything, shooting the movie.
Like, what do you mean outfit? Like you're in a bubble or something? Or are you wearing?
And
oh, you are.
Yeah. And he was like, oh. He goes, wow. And I was like, I didn't ever think I'd meet you like this. And he was like, but this is it. You're the actor and you're playing this and shit. And then I saw him because he produced it. Will Smith produced it. And then I saw him later in not the outfit. And he was like, I was like, man, you know how like when you know somebody in the room, you make eye contact with, you're like, yo, what's up? Well, when when that guy's Will Smith,
right?
And you never don't think about it. You're like, is he gonna look? Are we gonna do the thing?
Right. You can feel him in the air.
Never looked at me once, and then I realized, oh, he doesn't know what I actually look like.
Oh, he did because he saw you in the outfit.
Yeah. So I don't want to give too much away. I don't even know if I'm supposed to or not. But like, he's that whole family's amazing, dude. I mean, that family is like they're like I don't understand. I keep waiting for like skeletons to come out, but they're just like the perfect family. Jada, Willow, yeah,
and
Jaden, yeah.
And did it feel? I mean, did he seem like a comedian? Did he seem like a mogul? Did he seem like an actor?
He honestly seemed like a dad and a cool guy.
Oh wow,
yeah, like a role model, like legit.
Yeah,
you know, and Jaden's a great kid. I mean, he's like 19 now, maybe, but like he's just like a cool dude.
Did you feel like you could pick up any kind of swag points from him a little bit? Like you were, were you doing a little bit of research? Because that guy,
yeah, I know he's cool.
Because he's wild. He's like a ninja.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a.
I know he does it all, and then his album came out afterwards, and I was like, damn, it's good. Like he's good,
right?
He's good. He's talented for sure. God, it's got to be so fucking hard for him to be Will Smith's son. You know what I mean? Like, and be in the entertainment business. It's like I saw a video of LeBron's kid playing basketball,
and he's okay.
Well, no, they say, oh, he's really good, but it's like, how good you got to be? How good is he going to be?
Yeah, you got to be
the best,
which you can't be because your dad's the best.
Right? That's what I'm saying,
dude. Imagine if your fucking dad was the best.
That's what I'm saying. It's like imagine.
Oh.
Or, it's like any of the, like Meryl Streep's daughter's she's an actress.
Dude, my dad was 70 when I was born, right? I remember my dad fucking got this Buick. He bought it from some black dudes in our neighborhood. He couldn't hear that good.
Yeah.
It had 22s or something in the back of it, right?
Oh, wow.
So he had this Cutlass 88, and he would drive around with just bass, bro, just taking
Your dad?
Yeah.
At 70?
Oh, bro, at 80. This is at 80.
So you were 10?
This is when I was 10, yeah. And he would just drive around. One of the speakers blew out, and he got a bunch of Chinese food and shit in there, bro. And it literally rattled for like 2 years, just crusted out.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he was kind of great. He did, he lived by himself, so he had to take care of himself.
Right.
But
so you're saying it was easier for you to become better?
Oh, yeah. Like the fucking finish line. The finish line is right next to the starting line.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine if your dad is Will Smith, how does your dad keep you from feeling that pressure?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, it's one thing if you're not going to be in the business, then okay, I get it.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I don't know.
Do you feel like, did that inspire you at all to think like, oh, I could have a family or this? Did that give you any thoughts like that? Or like...
Yeah, sure. I mean, everything you experience in life kind of shapes you a certain way to a certain degree. And I thought I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. You can do it. Because, dude, I hate when something about me, like I hate when people break up, man. Like it makes me feel bad. Like,
really?
Like who's splitting up now that I read? And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like Chris Pratt and
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, that's a bummer when I saw that. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
I want there to be the Hollywood couple that's like, you know what I mean?
That makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy, a friend of mine, Josh Kelly, married Katherine Heigl, and she's, she's from...
27 Dresses, is that her?
Yeah, and some of those...
Yeah, she was in that, right?
Yeah, and they've lived out in Utah, and they've managed to they've been married for like 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wonder how people do it.
I know.
Because there's so much temptation.
I know. Well, but also, you're never with each other if you're doing that. You know what I mean? Like if you have a movie, like think about if you shoot Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, I'm going to be in New Zealand for 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're going to be doing some movies also in Toronto, Vancouver, and then LA and New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, how do you fill that in? Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah,
I'll see you when we're older.
Yeah,
I'll see when somebody else has raised our kids.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, in a motel somewhere.
Yeah, just I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
Pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you'll be able to do your podcast forever?
I don't know. I always say like, dude, if it's not growing, then what the fuck am I doing it for?
Right.
So it's still growing, and otherwise, I don't know. I do like that it's a lot of me though, and people subscribe to it because that's me. And of course, I'm doing a lot of jokes and silly things on it.
But they know it's pure. It's almost like what you're saying. Like you like it when people are there for you.
Yeah. Like in almost the same way that stand up is, you know?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Did you know, like when you think back to like some of your thoughts and stuff you had when you were younger, did you know, like, and not even in like a fucked up way or an egotistical way, did you know that you could be as good as you are?
I think you kind of have to
right.
to do that. Yeah. I was like, dude, I'm funny. Like, I know what's funny.
Right.
And I know how to translate that. And I know that because it makes me laugh.
Right.
You know? Like, you know, I'm not doing it to make, I'm not trying to, I mean, I like when other people laugh, but if they don't get it, I don't care. I think they're wrong. I think they're I don't think that they get they're I don't think, you know, they have a different sense of humor, and it's not that I don't want to say it's not as good, but
yeah, they're missing something.
Yeah, they're missing something. Yeah.
You know, that's interesting. I know, like, one thing I've started to get back to is shit that makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, if it makes me laugh, even chuckle, even when I'm thinking about it by myself, I'm like, this is going to be good.
Well, yeah, because you're funny, and you know you're funny because you're a comedian.
Right.
And you sell tickets.
Right.
So if you think it's funny, then it's funny. That's it.
Right.
So
yeah, in the end, that's what it matters most for like, even for young comedians. Like, it might not translate to the audience at this moment, but if you believe that is funny, you know it.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I'm on stage where I'm like, you know, rarely I'll be like, this is funny, you motherfuckers. Only some of you are laughing. Like, fuck this. You know? And, you know, maybe that's my fault, but that's what keeps it moving. That's what keeps me, you know, going.
Do you feel like, so you got to this 1 million followers, and that you feel like you kind of, won that?
What do you mean? Like
you almost, it's like you beat the video game a little, yeah?
Yeah, I guess, sure, yeah.
Was there moments where you're like you put stuff out, you're like, oh, fuck.
Nah, I mean,
because you're pretty prolific. Like, you put out a lot of stuff. And it's good. I mean, it's obviously like...
Oh, thanks. But I just...
like, were you that concerned on it?
No.
Yeah.
No. Because it's just Instagram.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like if I'm going to shoot a special, then yeah. I'm like, oh, should I cut that bit out? Should I put this bit in? Should I... You know what I mean? Because that's like my art. Instagram is not my art. It's just how you follow me on a daily basis or whatever the fuck, you know?
Right.
So... And you gotta let yourself do that. And if somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have posted this," all right, fucking okay,
right.
That's you. That's you, bro. Yeah. You know.
Nick, do we have another calling question that came in?
My name is Grace Ann, and I have a question for Chris and Theo. If you had your dream comedy festival, what group of comedians would you want to headline it, and where would you want it to be?
Oh.
It's a good question, man. Yeah. I would go with Chicago, and I would go with I'd go with Chris Rogan. I would go with I'll probably go with Eddie Bravo as the MC. Because that guy's so crazy, bro. Have you spent time around him?
No, I know you've been on your podcast and stuff, right? I saw him last night.
Dude, he's so interesting, bro.
He was cool. He came up to me last night.
He's so interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely interesting.
Nikki Glazer. Maybe Whitney Cummings. You know, if I was trying to, really make it, just try and diversify the thing. Yeah. Santino.
Yeah.
Fahim.
Yeah.
How many people can be on this thing? I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's a festival, a lot.
That's maybe, a good point. Yeah, I could keep going though. And in Chicago is where I would do it.
Yeah. That's cool. I'd like to do one in LA. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I mean, it makes no sense, but because you can just. But LA, I love it. Like I did my second special in LA because I'm LA, dude.
Right.
Like all these fucking. Oh, you gotta be from Boston. You gotta be from New York. You gotta be from Chicago. Eat my fucking dick, bro.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, have bits of my dick for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from New Jersey, but I started stand up in LA. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
That shit is.
But how many people try to get you to rep Jersey though? Ever?
I mean, yeah, I'm from New Jersey, but like.
Wow, dude, I didn't realize that. You definitely seem like somebody from fucking New Jersey.
I know I do.
Wow.
Tupac said, "East Coast born, West Coast raised." That's me, man.
That is you, huh?
That's what he did. He moved from Baltimore to fucking, like.
When you heard that, do you feel like you fit right into that? When you heard Tupac say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tupac's the GOAT.
You seem to navigate like on this level that's just so comfortable, man. Is it
Means a lot. Thanks.
Is that just is that, like you just seem to manage your own like confidence and it's like you're.
I think I've worked on it, I think a lot about myself in either in an egotistical way or in a, I should because I'm me. You know what I mean?
And because you're your own business and all of that.
Yeah, that too, yeah. And so you have to, I remember reading an article a long time ago about somebody saying something online and getting in trouble for it. This is before all of this outrage culture.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, I don't ever want that to happen to me. I better fucking let motherfuckers know who I am so they know what they're going to get. You know what I'm saying? If, like, take Chris, who's the Captain America, Chris Evans. If this guy was like, I've made the joke on my first special 7 years ago, when black dudes laugh, they relocate.
Yeah.
And when they laugh, they fucking. I made a black dude laugh so hard once he drove to Vegas. Right. So if fucking Chris Evans said that on Twitter, they would light him up. They'd be like, "Oh, you're racist," but like he's not.
No.
But he's just this guy who's like, an actor that's like a good guy. That's like, it's like fuck this. That shit's all a facade anyway. You know me.
Right.
This is what I say. If you don't like it, get off the boat.
Right. That's it.
Go shopping.
Yeah. I like that. That makes me think too, to really just lay down the line of, figure out what my line is and lay it down.
But you're
even
that
more.
way, dude. But that's what being a comedian is, man. I mean, like, look at Joey Diaz. He's the best version of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes I guess I get fearful sometimes, I think I get less and less. For years out here, I was like, I didn't even know who I was. I think I knew a little bit, but I just was afraid, I felt like I had to fit into this box or like be this way or that way. I hated, I don't know, I hated it.
But also, people knew you from a different thing.
Right.
So
that was tough too to have to overcome that.
Yeah.
Man.
And now you're not that. And that's hard to do. But, it's like time has to pass and then you got to get, it's like, but so
time has to pass for sure.
Yeah.
And then you have to, that should put a chip on my shoulder, man.
Oh, I bet it did, dude.
Because I lived out here and people were like, fuck this dude.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But it made you fucking better for sure. It made you a funnier person.
Yeah.
Because that's what gives you that, all right, fuck these people. They don't know me. This is who I am, motherfuckers.
Well, it also made me think, if this industry, these people are going to act this way towards me, then I'm going to take the thing that they prize the most, that they say is like the hardest thing to do in the whole world, and I'm going to fucking do that.
Interesting.
And I'm going to do that so good that they can't say anything.
Yeah.
What are they going to say then?
Yeah.
Fucking Muppets. There's so many Muppets out here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get your podcast, you're in control of it.
Yeah. I like that more now. Do you feel more in control a little bit as you, like,
Yeah.
do you feel like it's headed more that way in some ways?
Yeah. I want to have my channel, whether it's on YouTube or my app or my podcast. It's like I want it to be my channel. It's me. It's my channel.
Where do you think the desire from like just to have to? I mean, you have like a thing. It's not like you want to be the best, but you want to be the best. You want to do everything you can do.
I want to be. This sounds so corny, but like I want to be me. I want to be the best version of me. And I think, there's enough people out there that like that guy. And I want to find all of them.
Yeah.
But that's what being a comedian is, I think.
Do you have visions though now, especially now like the world kind of ends and shit, and then you guys are all in like some place that's made up out of like used cars and all stacked together and there's walls and stuff. I know you have ideas.
I always imagine that when I'm like older, like that I would be in a cabin with like a bunch of tall grass surrounding it, and like we'd go outside and like talk about ideas and make fun of each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got some people that are good at cooking. You got some people that are good at, entertainment. There's no fucking guitars. Nobody's playing that bullshit.
Really?
Nobody's like, listen to this. Fucking get out of here. That shit, Don't change the tone of the whole goddamn thing with music. You know what I'm talking about? My shit isn't. I don't fuck with music either when I get out there. I don't do that. We don't bring iPod fucking bullets. We don't do that. Whatever the fuck those beats, we don't do that. We don't fuck with that. We talk, we fucking laugh, we eat good food, and we fuck, dude.
Yeah. And there's chicks out there too.
There's chicks and dudes, but sometimes
even if it's dudes fucking, that's okay as long
yeah,
as
it's absolutely okay. But it's also it's separated too. Like, all right, this party's for dudes, no chicks.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you girls have your own shit. You know.
Right.
But
what about fishing? Do you go fishing with the guys?
You could, yeah. There's
Do you go, or do you just kind
I
of?
don't think I go. No, I think I just chill, and then they bring the fish back, and then
Yeah, you make fun of everybody with the fish.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's great, dude. I don't even know if there's currency.
Yeah.
It's just, and you can jerk off and calm, and like the chicks can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do whatever.
And is there any shame if people are jerking off and stuff?
I mean, you don't jerk off in front of people if they don't want you to jerk off. It's a lot like life, but like, you don't, but also there's like that room where it's like, oh, that's the jerk off room. You want to go in there, just go chill. And like chicks will be there watching you jerk off, and
they can jerk off if they want.
You can fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a crazy room. Yeah.
How do you die, man? How do you die? You know? because I like, when I listen to your acting stuff and I see you like have these, like you get these visions and like, and you talk about how like, it's life is a movie and there's this thing and, how do you die, man? Because it has to be something neat.
Yeah.
You can't die in a fucking bitch ass way like in a hospital, can you?
I don't want to. I think that
like there's cookies and shit on the table or something, and there's fucking somebody's supposed to be there with you, and then you got a call or in the fucking hallway, and then you die.
I think that this is how you go. You're in your bed at home. You just have a malfunction and pass away. If you can't get that, there's no he's got cancer. You got to take him to the hospital for fucking two months. And then he dies there. I'm not doing that shit.
No.
Bro.
Don't do that.
No. Oh shit, he's on his last leg. I don't ever want anybody saying that shit about me.
Right. Why? Because you don't want that news to get out? Or you
I don't want... that's boring regular shit.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, a cool way to go...
Because you got to do something.
I know. But who knows if I'll be... big then, you know what I mean? Who knows if I think it'd be cool to like if somebody poisoned me like that, I like really like if I broke their heart and then they poisoned me like some real like Korean shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or like no Japanese, I guess it would be Japanese. I don't mean to be racist, but
no,
like,
it could be either one. Dude.
There's a lot of Korean. No, Korean is a lot of revenge in Korea. Yeah. Like in fact, has there ever been a movie made by Koreans or Japanese that wasn't about revenge? No.
But a lot of poisoned meat too in all their films. There's a lot of food poison.
So like if I broke a woman's heart, and you already did the thing that buries you.
Whatever you've already
done the
waiting.
thing that's buried you.
Milling in the distance.
You've done it. You've done the thing that ruins you. You're done. If I ran for president, it's already over.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Me too, just because a couple of texts I've probably sent.
100%.
Now, I could see this maybe. You're at a diner, right? You're in the mountains, right? Your truck breaks down, right? And you thought you have a dog in the back of your truck. You're not even fucking sure if it's your dog, but it fits the vision, right? Cool. So you walk up to this diner, right? You get in, you call, maybe Michael Anochi or somebody, or maybe even, Chris Pine or somebody.
Yeah, maybe I know him.
Yeah. And you call them and they're like, yeah, we'll come help you.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're gonna wait. You can have a sandwich,
right?
And they don't have anything on the menu that you like. Sure. Fuck, go figure.
Right.
But the lady says that they can make you something special. She says we have a special of the day, and it happens to be like your favorite food. And you're like, oh, that's wild. So you get it. You're sitting there eating, right? You take 2 bites, and then you realize that you're poisoned. And you look in the distance, and the waitress or the manager is an old flame. Somebody you did wrong.
Yep. Yeah, that's a way to go. And I'll tell you what, too.
You'd respect
I would
them.
100% respect that. I'd be scared as shit. I would cry probably. But okay. But to have that gentle conversation where they sit down and they let you know what happened, and they're like, listen, I poisoned you. This is it. There's nothing you can do about it. You broke my heart, and I loved you, and you really hurt me in 2008 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you've lived your whole life. You're 77, and I never got remarried. I never was married. Right. I never had another guy. You were always the person on my mind. and I have to kill you before I die. And that's what I did. Wow. And I'm sorry, but I had to do that for me. Dude, tears running down my face, man. And I ate the rest of that fucking shit before I die too. Yeah, give me it all. Give me it all. You have this special shit? Give it to me. I'll ingest it and I'll die. Dude, I feel like crying right now, man.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to go. That's how I want to go, dude. And no bullshit, that's how I want to go. And I take those last few bites and I feel the poison swell my throat up and I look over at my dog, not my dog, whatever the fuck that dog is, sitting in that truck. And I'm waiting for fucking, either my opener or Chris Pine to get there. And they die before that. I die before that, bro. But I'm looking at that dog and I'm wondering, is that dog mine or is that dog not mine? And that's the last fucking thought I have. And I'm holding the girl's hand. I'm holding her hand. And she gets it. And she's like, I'm so sorry, honey. Yeah, man. That's the fucking way. Dude,
that's a real way.
That's the real way, bro.
Because that would mean something. At the last moment, you'd be having at least an effect, even if that effect is that you are letting them have that moment. Even if it's...
Yeah.
It would be something real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're like this Neil Armstrong for like real shit sometimes.
Man, that shit's emotional.
Yeah.
I would go that way. I would like to go that way, actually.
Or would you go into battle? I could see you maybe going into battle.
That's another way.
With a sword, but not with a gun.
No. Nah, but I don't want to get like all cut up.
Yeah. Soft battle.
Maybe like slap battle. He died getting slapped a lot.
That's West Hollywood, I think is all that is.
Yeah.
I got one more question, man. I want to ask you. So you had you had the thing with the Logan Paul thing that happened, right? In hindsight, and he kind of called you out, and then you kind of burned him a little bit. But, is that safe to say?
I mean, I think I probably started it. I just meant it as like he was like, last blog, it's important. And I wrote, no, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah.
But I mean, like, that's because first of all, it's not your last blog.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's not important.
It's not important. Yeah.
And you know that.
Yeah.
So let's be real.
Let's be real.
And,
did you know that was going to go as crazy as it did?
No, I didn't think he'd respond.
Yeah. He responded is what baited. That's what really
when
caused
he responded. Also, it's like when he responded. It was like, is that a word? Responded? I'm gonna get all fucked up now.
He responded.
He responded, and he was like, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh damn. I was like, I almost immediately kind of felt bad for him.
Yeah,
because I was like, this is gonna be horrible for you,
right? Because this is what I do.
Yes, that's true, and also, everybody already doesn't like you.
Right.
So it's easy for me. And I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I got the best thing to say.
Yeah.
This is what you'd say. And I thought about it and I'm like, this is the thing to say.
Yeah.
And I posted it. I went to bed.
Yeah.
And I woke up and it was like I was on the Tonight Show in 1985.
Wow.
It was like people were like, hey man, what's up? Got your back. Logan Paul. And I was walking down the street. And I was like, Jesus Christ. It's
really?
Hilarious. Yeah, dude, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. I would go to the gym. People were like, hey, man, fucking take that guy down. It was hilarious.
That guy?
Some guy at the gym.
Wow, damn.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're just keyed up. They were excited
I'm having fun, I'm sure.
Yes.
Dude, I always say people aren't what they say. They're who they are. And I think we've lost sight of that in this
100%.
day and age. It's like somebody says something, they're like, oh, fuck that guy. And, this kid did that thing. He did a dumb thing. I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say he knows that was dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sure if he were to do it, he wouldn't do it again. And not because of it would ruin his business, but because he knows that that's a fucking dumb fucking thing to do. Yeah. Right? I'm sure he's a good guy. I'm sure he's a good kid. I'm gonna take the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure he's a good guy. I probably, if I were to ever hang out with him, I'd probably be like, this guy's a fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah.
But like, I would just playfully be like, yo, you fucking idiot, what the hell are you doing? You're so stupid, don't do that shit. And he'd probably laugh it off and he'd probably be like, oh, you're stupid too because of this, and maybe we get along.
Yeah.
I like that shit. But then he kept going, and in my mind, he's just having fun. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he is actually angry at me because I'm just having fun too. It's just fun. It's just funny. But like, what are you doing? Don't do this to. First of all, don't do this to a comedian.
Right.
Period. Because this is their job.
Right. And you're an adult.
Yes, there's that too. But also, don't do it to me.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna write back.
Right.
I'm not Jerry Seinfeld,
Right.
Who's just like, oh, you fucking wrote that about me? Oh, who wants to waste time on that guy?
Right.
I
do.
am petty, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. The fuck?
Was there any aftermath that people didn't see? Like, was there a communication after where like he reached out or you reached out or you
No, the dude.
or any publicist reached out or anything like that?
No, what's today? No, there's nothing. No. Just everybody talked about it.
Yeah.
Like it was just wild. I got a lot of followers off of it, which I guess I didn't really expect.
It was insane.
It
I mean, it was like
boosted
the
my
biggest thing that
YouTube,
ever
it
happened.
boosted, yeah.
It got more favorites and retweets than any Donald Trump tweet
Yeah, it got-
in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, wild. Yeah.
It was
It was huge. It was huge. It was huge. As a matter of fact, it happened the same week that Kanye thing happened where he said slavery was a choice. I wonder if that didn't happen, how big it would have been. Because that shit obviously took over the whole world.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. It was so crazy how big it went.
Yeah. Did you know that something could get that big? Like, did it even? It had to have blown your mind a little bit.
It was funny. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
664,000 likes, 149,000 retweets.
That's Guam. That's everybody in Guam.
A few times over.
That's everybody in Guam with the retweets, right?
Yeah.
162,000.
Oh, yeah. With the retweets, yeah.
But yeah.
What if everyone who retweeted it was just everyone in Guam?
Yeah.
That was just like a fucking, like, yeah, he did it.
Dude, if you met Chris Lee, you think he was cool? What would you think about him?
Me? Yeah, I would think he would be. I would be like, I would be mad that guy's already doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to do it.
Yeah. No, sometimes I felt like that about you in the past. Like you're so kind of, you go so quick and so confidently into so many little spaces and big spaces, but that it's like, fuck, dude, I thought about this, but now he did it, so now it's like it's kind of hack,
Well,
and I know you don't really hold people to that,
Nah,
because it's like everybody can do whatever.
Yeah, you think of your own shit.
But
on your own, yeah.
But yeah, man, do you ever feel like you've been on this like vibration a little bit? That's like kind of like this humor vibration or something where
I think there's a wavelength, and I think that you have it. I think that if you're a funny person, you are just that. You're kind of like, I don't know if you're born with it or if in your childhood it develops or what. I don't know if you're born with it, but you see these guys. I've talked about this on my podcast, but you see these guys on Instagram trying to ride this wavelength, and they're just not on it.
Yeah.
And they're doing all of the things that a funny person does, but because it's what they think that a funny person does, but it's just not translating because they're not on the wavelength,
Yeah.
That's the idea. It's like I saw a horror movie the other night. I'm not gonna say what it is because
Are you in it?
no, but I'm not gonna say what it is, but everyone loves it, and it was fine, but it just had a lot of things that horror movies have in it because it felt like, oh, that's what a horror movie has.
Yeah.
And it's just not. It's like that's what it's like. I think with humor, it's like
I see.
It's like you're either on the wavelength or you're not. Guys like Will Ferrell are fucking hilarious. He's on it. You know what I mean? But then there are other guys who can figure it out, make a career. But you're just getting the people that aren't on the wavelength,
Right.
you know? And
you
that's
think
a
the
lot of
wavelength
people.
comes from you? It's almost like it's your own wavelength.
Yeah, well, I think it's a wavelength too. Like Bobby Lee's on it,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
That guy, he's just, you know what I mean? You're on it, Santino's on it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Fahim, it's like, it's just funny. It's just how the people are. Whitney's on it. It's just like, it's...
Do you think it's kind of fascinating that humor is this thing? So say if like you make me laugh, right?
Yeah.
Like I make a sound and I shake at the same time. Like that's what laughter is. Like it's pretty weird. You know?
It is very weird. It's very weird. I think about it, yeah.
It's like coming out of your heart kind of a little bit.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like laughing, dude. How about some people just don't laugh? That's not
fucking
weird.
crazy,
People
bro.
just don't laugh and they don't like imagine being like a Wall Street guy and just doing your job, not really knowing, thinking, caring what's funny.
Yeah.
Not making jokes.
Right.
Not thinking of your own stuff.
Yeah.
That is all day long, all Bro, all I'm doing is thinking of what's funny.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. I'm looking at shit. Why is that funny? Why is this funny? Because that's what's fun to me.
Wow.
People don't do that even a little bit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's baffling when you have that access to have this thing that makes you. Laughter is so weird, bro, that you can say and do something that does something into somebody's head, and then immediately into their emotions, and then they make a
Yeah.
they shake.
Yeah, it's so weird. And they're not even thinking about it. It just happens.
It just happens.
It's not like sleeping. It's not like anything else.
Right.
It's involuntary.
Yeah, you can't be like, oh, I'm going to go laugh now.
Yeah, it's almost
for
like
8
Tourette's
hours.
a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah, I'm going to go laugh now for 8 hours. Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like Tourette's a little bit.
Yeah, well,
That's
you're not in
crazy.
control of it. You just got to do it.
And it's almost like you're a fucking sorcerer, bro, because you know.
How to make them do that.
Yes, you have this power.
Interesting, yeah.
You're like, Shazam! And
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
Do we have any other call-in questions? I think we have one more, Chris.
Okay.
Hey, this is Clint. Ask Chris why he looks so pissed off all the time.
Yeah, I know. I know. First of all, his name's Quinn?
No, it's first
Clint?
Hey, this is Clint.
Clint?
Clint.
Oh.
Clit with an N, first
Clit.
of all.
All right.
First of all.
All right. So, yeah, Clit with an N, yeah. So, all right, Clint.
Yeah, I know, dude. What is Clint,
I've legitimately never met anybody named Clint in my life. And I never will. And I 100% never will. And I know that. I know I'll never meet a guy named Clint. There's no fucking way. If some guy actually... If I were ever to meet a guy named Clint, it would be the day I get poisoned at that diner. I'll tell you that. So
I can't even imagine you talking to a guy named Clint.
Yeah, I know. Imagine me talking to a guy named Clint.
I can't.
No, I know.
Dude, I'm trying to think about it right now.
Yeah, I don't even. Who am I? You know what I am? When I picture me talking to a guy named Clint, I'm that fucking shadow emoji.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Who uses that? That's what that is. That emoji is the emoji of me talking to a guy named Clint. That's what they created that emoji for that. Like, what do we do about the emoji with the guy with Chris Lee's talking to a guy named Clint? Oh, I got it. It's a shadow. We got it. Put it on there. Yeah. And then there's the two shadow emoji. That's me and you talking to a guy named Clint.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, why do I always look pissed off? I know I have that. I don't mean to have that. I think it's because I'm always thinking and in my own world and in my own head. But like, who was I with? I don't remember who I was with, but I was shopping. Oh, my buddy Cedric. I don't talk to him anymore. But she came up and she said, "Hey, do you guys need any help?" And I was like, "Nah, we're good. We're just hanging around." She says, "Oh, okay." And I don't know how the conversation happened, but I asked her, I was like, oh, she said something like, "Oh yeah, you guys don't look like you need any help. I just wanted to check." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Well, you just look like you don't want to be bothered." And I was like, oh yeah? And I was like, "Do I look like that?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like I look like unapproachable or what? And she was like, "You just look like you're thinking about something, or like you're upset." And I'm like, "Oh, weird. I'm not upset at all." And that was when I realized. I mean, I was like 19.
Yeah.
19. And
that's when you realized, I might have that.
I exude that on my face, but I don't mean to. And I think I'm getting these wrinkles here because of it.
Right.
I just noticed a few weeks ago. But yeah, I'm just always thinking about bullshit.
Right.
Not smart things. It's interesting, but not smart things.
Did you, I used to, my eyes go right down here in the middle, my eyebrows go in.
Yeah.
And I would, for years, bro, for literally probably 15 years, I would hold my fucking eyes open all the time.
Yeah.
Just because I was so self-conscious about how people saw me.
That makes a lot of sense. I've seen you. When I think of you in my head, you're doing that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck,
and I'm not fucking around either.
I know you're not.
But that's okay. But you have good skin, though.
Yeah, but it's okay, but it's not, I just don't want to be like that forever.
Well, you're still young,
Yeah.
You're not even 40 yet.
Do you have a thing against age?
I've kind of, there's things I want to do, I guess, but it's all about accomplishment. Like, I feel like I'm accomplishing things that I want to accomplish, and I'm happy. So,
so you don't feel that burden, because I think a lot of men feel that burden of I have to.
A little bit, yeah.
Right?
I definitely, I can't say I don't, but
but having some sense of achievement,
yeah,
it probably makes it gives it a little bit more of a peaceful look at your landscape.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a good life. I'm happy. I'm able to do what I want to do, and I'm 38, and that's awesome.
Yeah. It is cool, man.
Everyone hates their job. I don't.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and you bring people into your fold, man, and I think that's neat. I do think it's because some people could be, kind of super greedy, and you don't be that way.
Yeah. Fuck
you
it.
know, fuck it.
Who cares?
Yeah. Well, I think it's nice, man. But I appreciate you so much for coming in today, bro.
Dude, this was fun, man. I'm glad I did.
Dude, if you ever have a guest on, congratulations. I'd like to come
Yeah.
sometime.
I would for sure. I'll probably do that at some point. But yeah.
We'll be funnier on there. We don't be super funny on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we don't like. Do we? We don't really.
I mean, I've caught clips of your shit.
Yeah.
You ask real questions, but
that's good though. But here's
this was funny to me.
Yeah, but you're funny though, so you don't have to be funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes in the solo episodes, it's more funny.
Gotcha.
But to me, it's just interesting, like, you know, just to think about, just, you know, because I get curious about the way that peers, especially guys that I admire, like behave and what makes them kind of tick. One last question. So you have a brother, right? That you love. I see. I saw a funny video of your dad and your brother the other day when you guys were looking at a piece of mail. It's almost as fucking a little bit of like a suburban Seinfeld in a weird way, kind of.
Funny.
But was there ever a point where you started to really feel like you were getting like popular and like you're starting to get popular?
Yeah.
And you were worried about like how your brother might like relate to you, or you didn't want to like him to.
Yeah, of course. I mean, just I don't. Family's a weird thing that way because my dad would start to, you know, he's a professional in his own right.
Right, he's a famous producer.
Yeah, and director producer. Yeah,
director producer.
And people now say to him, he jokes around about it. He's like, now I'm Crystalia's dad. What the fuck? And that's family. I don't ever want anything from my professional world to taint or make family stuff weird. I know that they're all very proud of me, and I'm very proud of them. But my brother is like a version of me. Like I would do anything for my brother more than I would do anything for anyone else. I would fly to Guam right now for my brother if he needed me, and I wouldn't do that for anybody, you know? So, I always, look, my brother's a director, writer, and he's done stuff and is doing stuff now. And as long as he's happy in his own profession, my brother doesn't want to be famous or anything. So there's not that, but he wants to be valued for his work, and I think he is, and he's fucking super talented. And honestly, I feel that way about him a lot. I feel like, oh fuck, man, I'm this comedian up there talking about my dick, or shitting, or whatever the fuck, or Australia, or whatever the fuck I decide to talk about. And my brother's doing real, actual shit that's like so good. I mean, he's so talented. So it's like. So I feel that way too, about him.
You admire him?
Yeah. I mean, the guy's one of the most talented guys.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. He's great. And he's fucking hilarious. And he's cool. I always thought like he was like the cool one. Like, he's like sexy and shit. He's got long hair. Girls are always like, what's his deal? He only wears corduroys. Like, who the fuck?
Oh, that's weird.
You know what I mean? It's weird. Never wears jeans.
You know who else does that? Paddington Bear, I think, is the only other person who does that, bro.
The two people who do that are my brother and a bear.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's fucking weird as shit.
Awesome, man. Well, people can check out Congratulations Podcast. Nick, was there anything else that we wanted to...
Just real rapid fire. We tried to take some Instagram questions. There weren't a lot of ones, but rapid fire. I want to give you 3. How bitch is it?
Oh, okay.
How bitch is it to cover yourself from the rain with your hands? At Jack Burton wants his truck back.
What? It's just the act.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bitch.
The sun, though. What about the sun is even worse?
That's more bitch. Yeah. That's more bitch. Yeah.
From at Aaron Spamuels, how bitch is it to blow out birthday candles?
It depends. It depends on how you do it. Honestly, if you know what I mean. If you're just like and you do it, fine. But if you can be bitch about pretty much anything. People don't really get the how bitch is it thing. Really bitch to get in or out of the a two-door car to get in the back seat. Really bitch because you're like you know what I mean. Really bitch.
Now, what about this? What if somebody put out their birthday candles with a little bitty
bitch?
So
bitch. So bitch. Yeah, so bitch.
One more. How bitch is it to tiptoe out of the shower to find your towel if you forgot it? From Theodore. That's
pretty bitch. That's bitch. Yeah, that's bitch. That's pretty bitch.
Thanks so much, Nick. Chris Leah, thanks so much for being here, bro.
Thanks, man. I had a good time. This is
Yeah,
great.
dude. I'm a huge fan, and I love your work, man.
Me to you, too. Same thing. You know it.
100%.
All right, dude. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take a little time for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine.